We were all sitting here watching the market slowly lift in the middle of the day, waiting for some announcement on possible deal on Canada and Mexico, and not happening right now. We dropped about 7 points in the last 10 minutes or so. There are headlines out. The president is said to back $200 billion in China tariffs as early as next week. So obviously here it's been working, applying pressure with Canada and with Mexico, or appears to be working. And the president is going to double down, try to apply additional pressure here. Some predictable things happened. The big momentum names, of course, we had many tech names like Apple and Microsoft and Nvidia hitting new highs. Momentum is usually what moves down very quickly. That's 7 or 8 points. We also saw some predictable move down in China internet stocks. Semiconductors, which have had a nice little run recently, also moved down. As I mentioned, China internet stocks moved down. Emerging market stocks like EEM moved down a little bit. There's the China internet ETF. There's the EEM, emerging markets, which have been weak all day. Of course, we've had dollar issues, and the emerging market currencies have been weak overall. Metals and mining stocks, of course, same situation. You get slight downturns whenever you get these big global moves up. We'll see if we can get
Bob,
more headlines on that. Guys, back to you.
Bob, what's interesting about the reaction of the markets, albeit it's, a few points in the S&P 500, is that September 5th was always the end of the public comment. That was sort of the deadline, and we knew that this was coming and that there would be no further talks, at least according to the Chinese, until after the midterm. So it almost seems like it shouldn't be a surprise to the markets that we could see the tariffs go into effect on $200 billion worth of goods next week.
I think everyone, the market has sort of levitated itself into believing that in the long run, there's not going to be any truly damaging trade war issues that are going to occur. Warren Buffett, mentioned this during his annual meeting, and sideways brought it up today that he didn't feel it was going to be a long-term issue, that they would come to an agreement. And I think the market has come to feel that way. And who could blame them when you watch what's going on with the NAFTA negotiations? I think China is a lot more complicated, and definitely they have a different set of priorities than Mexico and Canada does.